this on the YouTube. This is the replays. So, unmute that. Yeah, I wanted to go over some things because there's some wins and losses today on the push to 25k, as you do. That's what we wanted to do. No. Hang on. We're just bringing it up. We're just doing the thingies. There it is. We want the pen. So this is a sort of stuff I want to do for... You can ignore that. That's fine. Go away and stay there. How did I get you to stay last time? There we go. Alright, so... That's hella loud. So the first game was an absolute carry. The first game we did. It was just the max. Look at that speed boost. Go through it. Happy days. Max just cleans everyone up. Not a problem at all. And then Max gets the goal. Max was all over it. That Max in that game, insane. So that's where we started, 577. That was where we started. So this game is one of the ones I really wanted to talk about because it really highlights everything I wanted to say. So you see, we've got the Tara, the Nita, and the Mortis in the enemy team. And Vanquished and I think his name was Dubbeast. Excellent players. Really got to play a few games with them and play again. So the first thing you see there is, like I've been doing today, that turret set up there. So good. This is what I was saying earlier. So easy to control the situations with ease when you have that turret placement there. The other thing is a lot of players that play Edgar, that play Mortis, that I've noticed on ladder, a lot of the time what they tend to do is they hide a lot during the games. And it's really frustrating if you're on their team. But you'll notice in this gameplay that Dubbeast is very active in taking it out. So I've had a lot of games when I was pushing with Tick where I had like a Mortis or I had an Edgar, and they would spend a lot of time hiding in the grassy areas like here or here, not really being active in the game. And what that ends up leading to, as somebody who is in their team, is that it becomes, in the case where I had a Mortis and an Edgar, it became a 1v3. And they were angry, emoting, and BMing me for not being able to do the 1v3 as a Tick when I'm being attacked at all ends and they're hiding in grass because they can't get into a position. So it was really good for me to be playing with a Mortis that was very active and also getting picks. Because realistically, in Brawl Stars, you want to be taking on 1v1s and winning your 1v1. That's how you progress and move up the map to get to the objective and to control the objectives. So, also the other thing, this Barley was really good, especially since a lot of cases are saying Barley's having a bit of a rough time in the meta at the moment because of characters like Edgar, and Colt's Gadget, Silver Bullet. So, yeah, the medical use star power. Look at these guys. I baited the bear over this. We go back. So you'll see just here. So the bear was going for the Mortis, so I started to bait the bear up this way to get away from the Mortis, because Mortis is just not going to be... Mortis and Barley, they're not dealing with the bear. The bear's my job. Whenever the bear comes on board, it's my job. And then both these guys, they're like, okay, he's got the bear, we're going in. And there's no comms. I don't know these guys, complete randoms, but they took initiative on the things. They knew where the play was going. It was just really good to have players like this. And it's the sort of thing you got to be looking at is, okay, we can't deal with the bear. They've got the bear. We've got to get down here on the objective and deal with it. So it was really good. So you see they come in. Easy goal. Easy goal. Dubbeast, he knows what he's doing. So coming into the second potential goal. Again, controlling that area just here. You'll see I saw the Mortis was coming for our Barley around here. And I was just like, no. I forced the Mortis to fight me instead. Our Barley gets away. And fighting me inside the healing turret, he's just not going to win that. So we're coming into the end of the fight now. Dubbeast, he goes in for that goal. I think he misses the first one. No, he dies. He dies. But we've got that much control on the board right now, so I've just come back down here to my healing turret. Vanquish comes back over here, so we're both going back into our lanes. Even though both of them are up here, you'll see as it progresses, because now Vanquish just popped ult there. Now, if we continue, you see the Tara's had to come down into mid where I can just dive onto them, and I've had time to heal up. So pretty simple, but it's just the case of playing in your lane, and then also paying attention to what's going on. Like, what can your team handle? What can't they handle? They're not going to handle a bear, but I can handle a bear. And you'll see there's a lot of moments like that in the game where it was just complementing each other. So, like, I don't know what that surge was doing, but speaking of surges, the next one I wanted to look at was later on down the line. This guy was pretty good. Actually, we might have a look at one of those games with him, because that guy was pretty good, actually. That Colt. Because eventually we lost the Barley. The Colt was pretty sweet. Well, that's not the one I wanted to look at anyway. That looks like one of the losses. But which loss? Because we had a surge, and I really just wanted to analyze the surge because it was just so objectively bad. So it should be the next one, I think. That was another loss, but he was pretty good. This was actually against a pretty high-rated team, you'll see at the end of this replay. But we did pretty decently at coming back. So it was just an attempt to control all of this sort of area down here in this center bit. They were just so powerful. The Poco healing was really what carried this team, and it was almost impossible to fight back against the Poco. See, the Poco was so slippery, so good at getting away, getting around those corners. Now, it would have helped more if the arena got broken up a bit more by Colts. Like, in retrospect, when that Poco... Hey, congratulations. Congratulations. I'm glad that Bounty's out there. We will be watching out for it. Now, if we see the bomber map, that's what you told your Discord? Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, if we see that map, it's got to get upvoted for sure. So yeah, when that I'll go back to make my point. So in the see here, just here. So the Poco's going up through this grass to get around to help heal this Jackie. As Pam, I don't have any wall breaking abilities, but this Colt 100% has the wall breaking and has the super available. I don't know what gadget, I can't remember. Oh yeah, the 750 Edgar versus the 35 Mortis. I know, I said I felt dirty as. So ideally what you want to do here is, if we had have blown up this wall right now, we could have pressured down that Poco, forced the super out of the Poco, maybe even killed the Poco, because as you'll see, it was double tank Poco. We didn't stand a chance. And they come through. Now, we do kill the Jackie. Mortis does a good job at pushing down that BB, even getting the BB kill. I forgot about that. We still can't get that damn Poco. He goes for the shot on goal, misses, unfortunately. That was just unlucky, really. It was a good shot, but the BB got it. So now we're back down to fighting against the tanks. I'm trying to, the tanks are going to get into the goal if I don't get damage onto them. It gets it anyway, just by the skin of their teeth. So then we move on into the next game. Huge save by Darbeast, because that was going in. Huge save. We've lost the Colt almost immediately. The pressure from the high hit point tanks. I tried to get the out and pop gadget to keep the Mortis alive. I just didn't get to it. So Colt pops super, trying to get that damage in. Darbeast once again coming in with a great save right off a spawn. So we do have Silver Bullet. So he's got Silver Bullet equipped. Still can't get that Poco down. Getting damage on the Poco. At this point, because we have sort of a bit more control in the middle, I was trying to get some more damage in the Poco. See that to Capo star power. He's just getting the heals in. I don't know how our Colt keeps taking so much damage. In all honesty, I probably should have been paying attention to that on this replay, because he's spending a lot of time healing, and the only character with any amount of range is the Poco, so I don't know. But ultimately, as you can imagine, we didn't get a goal, they got a goal. GG, well played. That's it. So, yeah, and you would have just missed it, but well above our trophy count. So it was an underdog. I only lost 4 trophies for that. But this was the other one, the Surge. Oh my gosh. I really wanted to watch this and really have another look at how this Surge went, because... That's so unlucky. That was just a kill from the Green Gadget. More pressure from Green Gadget, or Green Button. That's the thing with Surge. When you're on tier 1, I've been noticing that was happened again today. Don't try to use your super to get the damage when you're on tier 1. You really need to be... I mean, you can, because there's no loss in it, but you're so weak. Your super... You don't need to use your super for damage when you Surge. When you use a super for damage, you got to be... When it's a melee brawler. When you're fighting a Primo or you're fighting an Edgar and they jump on top of you, for sure, use your super then for damage. But in standard play, especially against ranged brawlers, I mean, what can you do there? I just mean, we've seen it again today on the ladder. Surge is running into enemies and trying to pop super. Like, you're not going to achieve, you're going to die before you get that off. And if you don't die, your super does that little damage that by the time you land, you're dead. You're not going to get a kill with your super. That's just not going to happen unless, like I said, it's an Edgar or a Primo, Daryl, one of them guys, and they've rolled on top of you, they've jumped on you, they've dived on you. Then you pop it because they're going to you. You could probably get a cheeky shot up in the air, drop as soon as they land. It's nice and simple. It bewilders me when I see people... like what we saw here and what we've seen today on ladder, where people playing Surge run into ranged enemies, run into a Sandy, and try to pop super. You're just going to die. So yeah, this is just a simple case of we just get so heavily pressured. I don't think Surge gets past tier 3 in this game. The Surge just dies. And it's painful, because if we could at least get Surge to tier 3, he'd be competing with the B. But yeah, it doesn't even go tier 3 there. So we're just getting so pressured down. I'm doing as much as I can to control that corner there on the right, trying to control that right lane. And we're just not getting any further than this. Also, looks like Surge is playing the star power where the bullets will break off of walls or something. I forget. The other one that's not holding onto tier 2. Because as soon as he died, when he spawned, he popped super, went to tier 2. I feel like in Brawl Ball, especially, you want to have the one that keeps you at tier 2. If you've got it, he might not even have it available, but I'm just saying, for Brawl Ball at the very least, you probably want to be going for that. So what's this, Grizz? You popped your Mortis up to 67 trophies. That's pretty quick. Easy wins, though, I'm sure. 5 trophies away from 17.4k. Yes. Get to 18k. You're nearly there. By the time you get Mortis to 500 trophies, you'll be just about there. Okay, so last game I wanted to look at, because if you want to see all the games, it's there on YouTube. But I wanted to look at probably this one here that's on now. Max Mortis with rank 35. Oh, buddy. It's such a difficult goal getting to that rank 35, but for sure, go for it. So, sorry, that game started. The game starts. Here we go. This is it here. So, Darbeast is now on Colt, playing the Silver Bullet gadget. and we had a different player with the gold skin Mortis. It was just all around a pretty crazy game. But actually goes into overtime. Just sort of skip through because I don't think there was anything really interesting past that, but just this sort of trying to control them. And again, we had, maybe it's gold skin mortises, maybe it's true gold mortises that are just, they actually know to, and this is good for you as well, Grizz, because when you're playing Mortis, especially in Brawl Ball, you're not just trying to take the ball to the goal, because you don't want to force your team into 2v3s. You want to make sure you're focused on at least getting one pick, particularly in the lane that your team's not on, then go for those goals. It's really tempting just to go, yep, I'm grabbing the ball and going for a goal. And if there's an opening, bloody oath, go for it, because Mortis can do it better than anyone. But, don't confuse it with your team sucks, you're the only one that can get the goal, right, I'm going to go grab the ball and get the goal. Because if you hide in the grass and wait to do that, or you just grab the ball and, buzz off somewhere else, all of a sudden your team is overwhelmed because they've got 3 people attacking them. And that's assuming you survive. If your team dies, you survive, you get the goal, well done, you got around them. But 9 times out of 10, they're going to kill you straight away because you're out of position, and then your team gets pressured, then they take the ball to the goal while everyone's spawning. 9 times out of 10, that's what happens, because that's what happens most of my higher trophy count games when I have a Mortis that tries to do that. It's just an instant loss. Same with Edgar. If you're playing Edgar and you're doing that, you're going to get your team a loss. Instead of worrying about, I'm going to pop super, grab the ball, and get a go. Your speed boost doesn't last that long. Pop super, get a kill, grab the ball, get a goal. It's that simple. If you can get a pick, because the assassin characters, that's what they're best at, getting a pick. Get one pick, all of a sudden the game turns around. Because now it's a 2v3, and hey, if you get the pick, you go back, 2v2, you heal up, go in, we get the 2, the other one's spawning, you can stagger the spawns as well. As it's Edgar, Mortis, they're really good at just going in and getting that pick. But yeah, that's the sort of stuff I wanted to talk about in regards to all these shenanigans. Like I said, if you want to see the full video, it's there. No commentary or anything. It's just the full, hey, here it is. Half an hour of me just pushing with Pam, losses and all. Which there's only 3 of in that one, where today I think we're at only 3 wins, which is pretty fantastic. What's going on here? Okay. Hey, thanks for popping in, Grizz. It's been really good to have you here. I'm really happy we got that map approved for you. So you have a fantastic sleep. I'm just going to go take a break to fill up my water because I've smashed through my water in the first hour and a half of this stream. And I'm feeling a bit more calmed down now that I've been able to. I wanted to try something new because jumping on, we just play Brawl Stars is all pretty cool, but I also want to try doing some other stuff on here every now and then. So if you like that sort of thing, let me know. We can do more of it. I'm going to clip it and put it on YouTube as well. So that'll be there. Let me know if you like it. All right. So yeah, I'm going to go fill up my water and we'll go from there.